Hello and welcome to Feast Your Eyes Act 2 Yours, the continuation of what I was playing last week. If I remember correctly, where we left off, there was like a weird creepy conversation with somebody behind a sheet with a unsettling pattern of holes cut in it, and then somebody just like ripped her eye out, and now we're in like idyllic, creepily sort of Dick, Jane, and Sally kind of house for some reason. If you want to see the first part, it will be in a link in the description below, and I really haven't planned out what to say at the beginning of this video, so I think I'll just save myself any further brain flatlining of trying to figure out what to say and just jump into this. Oh, and I got a leap motion so I can move my arms around. It's like really frustrating to set up. But now I can move my hands, and it's like really buggy and does this a lot. It's an old furnished grandfather clock. I've never been the most fond of these, how they tower over you, exposing their internals. Looks like we're starting off with the just everything being slightly creepy thing, like right off the bat. There's a photograph of two people, one obviously taller than the other, but it's a weirdly blurry picture to put into a picture frame. They almost look more like shadows rather than people. A quiet little lamp sits on the table. It's a red telephone. There's no one I really want to call, though. It's a grand red vase, though I feel I've seen it before. Because it's a reused asset. I don't know what's going on here, where this even is, or what awaits you. Oh, you don't even know it's okay. But you get the feeling that playing along for now is your best option. The place smells of dust and stale air. It reeks of a place forgotten and sealed for some time. If you've learned anything from your journey so far, it's that sometimes it's best to be patient and listen before you take action. Let's head downstairs. Oh. Shadow people. It's just a cardboard box. An empty flower pot. A painting depicts two shadowy figures with beady eyes and what almost looks like a TV static. Oh yeah. Huh. Is that more like modern, like digital TV static, where it's all goes all pixelated and stuff? Because old TVs, the static would just be black and white. A rather pretty blue vase. Okay. It's an empty picture frame. Why is this even propped up? A picnic basket of fake plastic fruit. Oh, is this whole house just a stage with props? That was just me pushing my glasses, but just like my hand goes for my face. A heater, though it's unplugged. It's a gramophone. Don't see any vinyls, though. Just a sort of shitty chair. Can I just, like, look at everything in this room? Wow, this glass table is large. It feels disproportionate to the rest of the room. What? A sealed cardboard box. A sealed cardboard box, okay. A lamp sits in the middle of the room. It's a snow globe, but I don't see anything inside. Maybe it's like a fortune teller's ball. It's just a lamp. It's a trophy, but it's blank. Why is it there? Here. A nice little table with nothing on it. This chair doesn't sit right with you. Oh, is it that chair again? Oh cool, the sprite changes what direction it's facing depending on how you're looking at it. A TV, but the wire is cut. Alright, I found out what engine this runs on. It does run on a version of RPG Maker, but with a mod that allows you to like assign like codes to each tile you use, and then you can and then when you run the game it actually renders the environment 3D using the tile codes for height. A standing air conditioner. This almost just feels like I'm in a Goodwill or something. Like a really empty Goodwill. It seems to be an old diary. Read an entry? Sure. I've been a bit concerned about the people in this village as of late. A lot of the villagers have been just going about their daily lives while sick, and I don't just mean with the common cold or anything, but almost none of them will go to see a doctor about it. The symptoms are a bit strange and at a glance may seem to more resemble a psychological condition rather than a physical ailment. They'll just start spacing out at a moment's notice, completely cut off from any outside stimuli. Some of the villagers will just start walking as if in a trance and head into wherever the nearest view of outside is, if indoors. Or if outside, just wander to wherever the nearest patch of soil is and look down at their feet. And they'll just stare at the dirt. They'll stare at it for minutes at a time, not even blinking. It's incredibly strange and very concerning. It's been happening to dozens of villagers, but it's hard to get them to go to the doctor about it. Most don't seem to think it's anything more than them just spacing out for a bit. No one at the council or no one at the council are treating this like it's an issue either. They think it's just a bunch of aloof kids and bored adults with nothing better to do but daydream. But if you just take a moment to walk around the village, particularly close to windows and gardens, you'll find a dozen or more people just standing there, staring down so blankly yet intently. It's honestly really uncanny to see it in person. I don't even know where to start with this, but something is very obviously wrong. Why won't anyone else take notice of it, or take this seriously? It ends there, huh? Just a lamp. It's a burst of light with a little eye in it. Something about it is familiar to you. This painting conjures up some memories. Oh, it's like a noose. With like 4 different colored doors behind it. A rather abstract piece of art.
Hey, son, don't bother me. I'm baking eggs. Maybe you don't know where to go. Oh, you're such a kid. That gosh darn neighbor girl's waiting for you at the front door, which you can find across the room. How about you ask her how she likes those eggs? Sunny side up, hard boiled, deviled, or scrambled? No time to mess with me. You should be doing what you need to do. So get going. I'll see you soon.
Creepy. Is that dude using eggs for an analogy for something? Especially because, like, who has a heart-shaped welcome mat that says love on it in front of a kitchen door? Weird. A hanging jacket. Peeking inside, the box has some old shoes in it. A coat hanger with a couple coats on it. An empty picnic basket hanging with a jacket up on the rack. I'm just looking at everything because it's probably all just like same stuff, but maybe something is, like, you know, weird or something. Who's afraid of red, yellow, and blue? Like that. A rack of shoes. Oh. Oh my, you're up. It's been a while since I've seen you answer the door, little marshmallow. You've been so sleepy recently, but I'm glad you're up. I came to visit you. Yeah. Why would I be scared of it? I know losing it must have been painful, but you're here and safe now. Everything's going to be fine. I'll make sure of it. I'm sure you're mighty confused right now, but may I please come in? If it's not too much trouble, of course. I just want to visit you. You can come in. Do you really need it? You want to see me? Oh goodness, you don't know how happy that makes me. Oh dear. Then let's head inside. We can head up to your room first. I remember when you used to be so excited when I'd come to visit you. It made me feel important and wanted. It made me feel like I was home. But I get it. Things can't stay the same forever. Eventually, everything comes to an end. Let's head to your room now. For now. Ha. Grid-based movement in first person is weird. I remember when I used to sit with you in front of the TV. I don't even really remember what we were watching. You had my full attention. You really became the center of my world. I'm ready to go upstairs whenever you are. Why is she standing with her back to me? You've been sleeping every time I've come by to visit you recently. Do you hate me? I couldn't say I blame you, but I'm happy you're finally awake. That you'll see me again. I've missed you so much. I hope you've been good. Daddy probably is done baking eggs at this point. You should head to the kitchen. Still really worried that baking eggs means something different. Where are they? Nice kitchen. You feel like this is a reference to something. I also found out that this is a sequel to a older game. So probably a lot of those weird things are a reference to that game. You wonder what this guy is so surprised about. It's a stainless kitchen sink. It's just a fridge. A nice vase is displayed on the table. A recycling bin. Looks like the Windows desktop waste paper basket. Someone left out a cake, but you're not hungry. It's a salad, not much in the mood. It's definitely a stove, but you don't see any eggs. Where did what's-his-name run off to? It's a cup of what's some it's a cup full of some liquid, but you're not daring enough to give it a taste. Bah. I'm not really feeling hungry right now. What even is that? Like a really burnt cake. An empty cup sits on the countertop. A nice little tea set. No tea though. Some clean dishes. Someone was cutting some carrots. Maybe for a bunny? An empty bowl. An empty basket. Was someone planning on going on a picnic? I don't know, this house has a lot of picnic baskets in it. Just a box of cereal. With like a little Grim Reaper guy on it. It's a sink and cabinet full of dishes. Oh, washing supplies. Nothing else to say really. A few clear empty cups. Well, aren't you one tall glass of water? Okay. It's full of soup, but you don't want to try any. It kind of looks like eyeballs. A few spices to help season the food. A nice, healthy flour. A sign reads, "Live, laugh, love." It's a classic painting, but it feels like it's missing something. Oh! Wait, if I go back and look at this one again. Maybe he's surprised to see you? Yeah, it was different that time. Laundry room. 20% more is what it reads. 20% more what? I know it's cleaning detergent, but it doesn't say what it is or what brand even. Some nice warm towels. A scruffy mop. It's there when you need it. People line up in front of a giant entity who reaches out to them, either to shake hands or to gobble them up. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Oh. Anyways, moving on. Probably detergent or bleach. Don't really care to find out. A dryer. A washing machine. Okay. A toothbrush and some toothpaste. Wait, is this like a giant bathroom? A comb and some sunscreen. A sign reading to not run. It may be slippery. She's in here? Hello? A painting of a small island with two palm trees. It's strangely familiar. A dry towel hangs up for use. Did you ever really wake up? I'm asking myself that, so I want to ask you. You slept for so very long, but that's of no concern now, I suppose. You're awake once again, and maybe even you're ready. Yes. Oh. That tickles me. Let me tell you a story as... Let me tell you a story as you very much like stories. This one is really funny, I promise you. I hope you get something out of it. What is the music doing? Once there was a young girl, such a sweet thing she was. She played and had fun with limitless energy and creativity. She was smart and kind. You'd think everyone would have admired her. But in truth, everyone secretly loathed her. She was so sweet, pristine, a bright, shining star that cast a thick shadow on those around her, revealing their true ugliness. The shadow beneath them stared, driving them to want to soil the precious, sweet light that made their eyes ache. They committed atrocities to her. Hands reached out to grab her, to bruise her, to feel at her, to feel all over her. They thrust themselves into her egg. And again, she screamed, and this made them feel very happy. The poor sweet girl cried and she screamed. She begged them to stop, pleading, even asking what she did wrong, praying that someone would come to save her. But no one came to help. The truth is, they all enjoyed seeing her suffer. Her pained expressions, her agonized squeals, her shimmering tears. God, I think after this I'm gonna have to find something lighthearted to play. Jesus Christ. One by one, people lined up to watch. And they all laughed. The girl's will was broken as her innocence wilted away. Yet even as they tore at her body like a pack of hungry wolves salivating at raw meat, she prayed for them. She prayed deep down for the forgiveness of her countless peers, even as they spat on and defiled her. Even in the moment her heart was shattered, her kindness shone through, making them want to hurt her even more. She was passed along among the group like a buffet to experience the torture again and again until they all had their fill, as the crowd just watched and laughed. It's easy to passively hear that story and think, of course I wouldn't join them in laughing. It's real easy to judge when you think it was nothing to do with you. But can you honestly say from the bottom of your heart that you truly take action to put a stop to this sort of thing, to these sorts of things from ever occurring? That you can't contribute to stop all the terrible things that you hear about that happen in this world every single day. Most of us hardly lift a finger to truly go out and help the people even in our own lives. So many horrible things fall through the cracks right under your own noses. That's the real joke. It's easy to say it was nothing to do with us, that we can't do anything about it, but do you really try, or are you just another person in this sin of sloth? Can you look at yourself and say you've really made the world a better place? That your existence has been for the better? Why, you might even stop following me, you little creep. You really don't feel like being around anyone, let alone a freak like you, right? Right now. I really don't feel like being around anyone, let alone a freak like you, right now. Just leave me alone. Remove yourself from the picture. Oh. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm so sick and tired just of all of this. That woman, Valerie, why can't she just leave me alone? Just keeps on coming over, wanting to see the baby. Fuck her love. Everyone just leave me alone already. He dragged her up his winding stairs into his dismal den within his little parlor, but she ne'er came out again. And now, dear little children, how may this story read? To idle, silly, flattering words, I pray you ne'er give heed unto an evil counselor, close heart and ear and eye, and take a lesson from this tale of the spider and the fly. But what do you do when you're both the spider and the fly? Wait, is the girl that we killed in this story and like us as the killer like actually the same person? Like sort of like a, I guess, a suicide metaphor? I don't know. Everyone experiences scars, some are just deeper than others. But it's from these scars that you can truly bloom. Among all the confusion, chaos, feelings lashing out, the pain, the madness, I'm beginning to see something quite clearly. Pain. This is all about pain. The pain that you and I inflict and are inflicted upon. They say the first step to recovery is to realize there's a problem, and the way you know there's a problem is if there's pain. I still realize that I'm very much in pain, but maybe if I can find the source of the pain. I feel I'm about to make a breakthrough. Hopefully I'm ready for whatever it is. It's a plunger for cleaning out a toilet. Bah. Plastic shower caddy full of shampoo and conditioner. It's a toilet that doesn't look like it's been cleaned for very recently. A kitchen sink with a mirror above it. An empty trash bin. A blue shower curtain is hung up. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, this was the laundry room. So, one door left. Fine. Back then. Great, the music's backwards now. I like that shirt. It's an alarm clock. There's alarm clocks strewn all over the place here, like someone really wanted to get somebody to wake up. There's a crib here. There's nothing left to do but to look inside, I suppose. Wait. I mean, what? There's a dried corpse of a baby inside the crib. It's dressed just like me. Even the chain and the flower are the same. I've got a really bad feeling about this. Should I just go back? What was that? Good thing I'm gonna save. Maybe pause and check the recording. Okay, looks all good. There. Ooh. It's a poster of someone. They strongly seems familiar to me. The teddy bear holding a broken heart. A bookshelf, though, I don't feel like reading right now. Understandable. There's nothing within the cage. A poster depicting a familiar scene. The clock hasn't moved forward in time at all since you first arrived here. I kinda just want to get this over with. Oh. Game over. Wait, what? I can actually die. Oh no. How long has it been since I last saved? Okay, good. Right, I saved right before that. Maybe I'll try to closet. Again. Although this looks the same, I probably have to go the other way. Okay, fine. It's a wardrobe, but it won't open. Do I have to somehow get around this thing? What? Is there a sprint button or something? Finally, we have a moment alone. Is that the flesh walls talking? Come over here. I have something to tell you. Don't worry. My bites are full of love. Oh. Go to hell. Okay. Oh, I see. So you're dear Valerie's offspring. You're almost as beautiful as she, I'll say. Ah, just the thought of what all three of us could do together. It makes me want to bite down even harder on my wretched tongue to taste my blood. Oh, I'm being oh so rude. I haven't introduced myself. My name is Simon, and I am so in love with your mother, child. You. Unfortunately, she's proven to be not very faithful. And yet, I've told her over and over again that faith is the most important thing and of course, the brilliance of love alongside it. Oh, I imagine how dear Valerie's must have felt thinking I'd never find out about you. Excitement, desire, hormonal. Oh dear Valerie. Sorry, child, I've much on my mind. There is something I wanted to tell you. Something so important that we just had to meet. I desire nothing more than to let you experience my love, the love I have for your dear mother, to feel it deep within your stomach. But I've been informed I have to release you. Beyond the curtain is where you must say your goodbye. I'll repeat that once more as it's quite important. Beyond the curtain is where you must say your goodbyes. I've unlocked the bathroom for you now, so you may go about your business. And if we shall ever meet again, child, know then I probably shall not be able to contain my desires. I'll be taking your mother now. I hope one day you will be mine too. Creep. That's right, the bathroom was back this way, wasn't it? A blue shower curtain is hanging up. Move the curtain. Will you bathe yourself in the dirty tub, stained tub? I have desired nothing more than to see you awake again, to hold you once more. But it seems that's not meant to be. I'm going to be going somewhere very, very far away. Where I go, you cannot follow. There's so much out there in the world that you have yet to experience. I feel I have taught you so little. Yet you've given me so much. I wanted to do so much more for you. I doubt you'll remember my face because you're so young, but this is the face that always watches over you as you drifted off to sleep. That will greet you each morning as you wake up. I love you, my dear, sweet little marshmallow. Even if others may not, even if you struggle to be accepted, even when you have to hold your head high at all sorts of preconceptions and judgments and turmoils that may be pointed at you. Or even if you come to find it hard to love yourself, the pressure of whether you're good enough or strong enough or pretty enough or smart enough or brave enough, know that you were always enough. You're enough to be loved, enough to be cherished, enough to be worthwhile, enough to be given a chance at life. And though I may never see you again, know that the days I spent with you were the happiest of my life. You made me so happy, even when things were at their hardest. It was you who kept me going. But we rarely are fortunate enough to choose our goodbyes. Know that a part of me will always be with you. I will never get to meet you, your first crush. Never get to know your... I'm sorry that you'll never really get to know each other. I'll be in my inverted ivory tower always wait. It's just going automatically now. I'm not touching anything. Well, I guess I'll have to go back and read that when I'm editing it. I mean, I know games do that to sort of like give you the sort of feeling, but I always find it kind of annoying, especially if I'm like trying to read it out loud right now, which I'm not very practiced at. A pickaxe is lodged into the ground here, too firmly in there for me to pull it out. Some planks of wood that are rather dusty. I guess someone cautions me from going forward, but I don't have much choice.
My, it sure seems like you've been busy. How long has it been since you and I had a real chat? You're perfect. Exactly what I've been looking for. Come closer. Your fair skin, those red eyes.
Dude, you wearing somebody else's skin?
Why don't you show me what you got?
To be concluded in Act 3, releasing in late September, early October. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to edit in a content warning at the beginning of that. And I guess I really picked a doozy for the first game to play on my channel. Especially for me, because some of this is kind of hitting a bit too close to home. Not in like the literal sense, but like in sort of like metaphor stuff. Wait, late October. Huh. So the third act might be out already, unless it's delayed. Anyways, I'll let the credits play out and look into that afterwards. Oh, there it is. Plugins used. It has MV3D, which is, yeah, it's a plugin for RPG Maker, which allows you to do 3D stuff. To be continued in Act 3, Eyes, releasing in late September, early October. But it just played the credits, so I guess the next act isn't actually out yet. Must have gotten delayed or something. Squeaky chair. So I hope whoever watched this enjoyed it for what it was, even though it got like a lot darker than even the previous part. But yeah, I'll probably put some form of content warning at the beginning of the video or in the description. I'll probably have to put it at the beginning of the video because people don't really read descriptions all the time, especially before a video starts. But yeah, that was good, and I guess if the next part is out, this we'll be playing next week around this time. If not, I'll find something else. But hopefully the developer does come up with the next part at some point. I'm pretty sure there are solo developers, you know, stuff can come up in their personal life and things which could delay it. But yeah, just wrapping this up. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and that didn't, like, just put you in a bad mood or something, and have a safe one out there.